So for anyone who's new, my son is autistic and he has a tendency to elope, which means he runs away, darts away, wanders off. It's very scary. It happens very fast. And this is a little tracker. It's called the JioBit. And this is what we use just in case something like that happens. I'm in no way affiliated with this company. Like, I'm not sponsored or anything. So, you know, you don't have to worry about that. And if you hear screaming in the background, that's because my son, when he stims, he yells really loud. He's just excited. So in order to use this, I literally just have a strip of Velcro. It was my husband's idea. This is actually an old rooster crow collar. We never used it, but it works for this. And then I have, these are called pinion pins, I believe. They're like security tags, like, you know, when you go to the store or whatever. And then I have a magnetic key, and you just, it's been being wonky. There we go. See, it comes off. I just put this part onto his pants, the pin, and then I secure it on. So I'm just going to answer some common questions that I get about this. So people do ask, like, what if he just, like, you know, changed his pants, or, like, what if he just ripped it off? And those are two real possibilities. But when it comes to changing his pants, like, I don't have to really worry about that with my son. You know, maybe I will in the future, and I'm sure with some kids that would be an issue, that if they didn't want the tracker on, they could just, you know, change clothes. As far as, like, when it comes to his school and stuff, you know, I always send extra clothes because he's a kid and they go outside, you know, he spills shit everywhere, you know what I mean? And I also send a tutorial, like I've sent one to the principal, his paras, his teacher, on how to remove this and put it on a different pair of pants if necessary. As far as like ripping it off, some people ask if I'm worried about that. Not really. It would be really hard to rip through a thick fabric with this, and you know, like I said, it could happen in the future, and I'm probably going to have to devise a new system, but right now it's definitely not an issue. Another question I get asked is, why don't I just use an air tag? So I personally, this is just my opinion as a parent, Apple, like, I'm pretty sure they released a statement that said, you know, don't use air tags for animals, children, etc. And so it's just my thought process that I personally would not trust an air tag to keep track of my son, because number one, it's for luggage, and for two, you know, they've advised against it. So with the JioBit, it connects to like Bluetooth, satellite, I believe, and I think Wi-Fi. You can create like a Wi-Fi fence, and it's kind of like a Bluetooth fence, because as long as they are near you, you're considered connected. Like if your phone is near this, you're considered connected. I can set up boundaries like at his school. I can set it up at home. The only thing I don't like is that Bluetooth and Wi-Fi boundaries go pretty far. So there has been a time he's gotten out and he was in the neighbor's yard across the street, and it didn't alert me because I was in the bathroom, but it didn't alert me because you know, he was still technically within Wi-Fi range, and that I don't like. But what I do like is there's a running mode. My son is a runner. So if your kid is a runner as well, you know, and they're going fast, you can put it on runner mode so it tracks them a lot faster, which that's very useful. So when my son leaves a boundary, whether he's at school or at home or anywhere, if he leaves a boundary that I have set, then I get an email, I get a text message, and I also get an alert through the app, so it lets me know, like, hey, you know, he's left this area, and it also lets me know once he leaves that area if he's on the move, like if he's in like continuous motion. I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding, like, you know, tracking people in general, like especially kids, but the reality is like, you know, when it comes to like, you know, data breaches or like possible, like, I don't know, abductions and stuff like that, like, yes, those are things that are like real issues that should be paid attention to, but the number one issue is, you know, my son, he's an eloper. He can run. That's a direct threat. So his safety comes above everything, and this tracker has been a godsend in several instances. So yeah.